the small things, it just continues to fester. We've seen it at places of business where a small loitering crime turns into hand-to-hand sales of narcotics. It then escalates up to different types of violence. So there are no consequences. And so what's going on in San Francisco and some of these other cities? Well, look what happened in St. Louis. The mismanagement of that prosecutor's office. 3 murder suspects released, and only because the prosecutors didn't show up in court. I hope in those cities there's an outrage over it, because I got to tell you, the people that live in vulnerable communities are the ones that are suffering most.
Do you feel like this is going to be a big election issue then in 2022? Is it the issue?
I think that's one issue. I think it's bigger in some places. And look at what happened in New York. Right. You have a law and order former captain of NYPD who led the field of candidates because New York is sick and tired of lawlessness and disorder. So I think this is going to be a big deal going forward. I know in Detroit, fortunately, before I left, there was zero tolerance for that kind. And I hope it doesn't change, and I'm sure that it won't.
You know, you have been a police chief, as you mentioned, Detroit, very successful police chief. So what steps do you believe need to happen in order to take back these streets?
Well, I got to tell you, so first of all, this defund movement has demoralized police officers. So it's not a surprise that they're leaving in large numbers through resignations, retirements. We see what's going on in New York. So now all of a sudden, some of these liberal mayors are pedaling back, and they want to fund the police. They want to hire more police, but they're missing out on one key thing. And the key thing is, if you don't support the men and women who do the work, they're not coming back. You're not going to be able to hire. So it's simple, the way I explain it, but they're not. And then the more moderate liberals are sitting back, letting the radical side of their party make these inflammatory statements and demonize the police officers that do this work. It's got to be a holistic approach. You got to deal with the courts. You got to deal with the prosecutors. Police officers are not in it alone.
But even that message itself that, hey, we support the police, that is a deterrent in itself, isn't it?
Absolutely. Look, these suspects are emboldened. They know there are no consequences. There's a reason why when you look at all our major cities and the level of aggression that we are seeing against our men and women, is because the suspects know there are no consequences. And the radical fringe left is going to do what? They're not going to denounce violence. You know, several months ago when I was still chief and we had a spate of violence directed at police officers, I held a news conference. And we invited a very prominent minister here in the city of Detroit to stand with me to denounce the violence. He declined that invitation. He declined. So what's the message? Is it acceptable to fire guns at police officers?
Wow.
And I got to tell you, I know that this doesn't speak for the many people who are silent, who live in our city, particularly those who live in vulnerable communities that want the police funded. You saw the recent polling out of Detroit. Detroiters said resoundingly that we don't want to defund. We want more police officers. Our first priority is public safety.
James Craig, I appreciate it. Thank you.